Hi everyone, and welcome to day 3 of this strength training series. Today we're doing an upper body workout. We have 8 different movements and my weights are ranging everywhere from 10 pounds all the way up to 30 pounds. We're going to be working the biceps, triceps, back, and chest today. So let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to be working on supersets. So that's going to be 2 movements back to back with very little rest in between, and we have 4 blocks of work. So we are going to get started with a quick warm-up. Let's do 10 windmills. 1, 10, and we're going to do a few arm circles forward. And arm circles backwards. And just a quick tricep stretch. Stretching the other one. And we'll just do 5 air squats. We're not working lower body, but just to get that heart rate elevated a little bit. 5. So now we're just going to bend down and do a reverse fly with no weights. And lifting up. And squeezing those shoulder blades at the very top. That is going to prepare us for one of the movements we have coming up. Okay, so our first superset, we're going to be doing neutral curls and skier pulls. So for the neutral curl, I'm going to be holding 15 pounds, and we're going to have our thumbs pointed towards each other, and we're just going to be curling upwards. That is working the bicep. And then we're going to turn over for the skier pulls, dropping the weight, and thumbs towards the back of the room. And we're just going to be pulling up and squeezing our lats at the top. So let's get into those neutral presses. We're going to have 8 repetitions. I am going to pick up 15 pounds here. And 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You can set those weights down and pick up something a little bit lighter. I have 12 pounds here. We are going to bend over and pull backwards. So we're going to do 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to take a short 30-second break here, and we're going to repeat that 2 more times. And you're ready, we're going to pick those back up. 8 repetitions. 1, 2. We do not want to have momentum during this, so try to make it as strict as possible. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Set those down. And pick up the lighter weights. Bend over, 8 reps. 1, squeeze those lats. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And again, there shouldn't be any swinging during that movement either. If you feel like you are using your body for momentum, you can always go down a little bit lighter in weights, just so that you can really nail that movement. So you don't want to just be swinging like this. You want to keep it nice and controlled. This is going to be the last set in this block. So picking up those 15 pounds. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Set those down. Grab your 12 pounds. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. While you're taking a little bit longer of a rest, I'm going to show you the next 2 movements. So we have a lat pullover and skull crushers. We're going to get down on the ground for this one. So the lat pullover, I'm going to use my 20 pound, and you want to lay down and holding the weight with a diamond grip. And we're going to extend your arms backwards and back up. Again, you should be trying to squeeze the lats while pulling up on this. We have 8 reps of this one. And then for the skull crushers, I'm going to pick up my 10 pounds. Extend them above. And you just want to bend your elbows and back up. They should be coming down to your shoulders and back up. So we have 8 reps of this. We are going to start with that lat pullover. Grab your heavier weight for that one. And 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Setting that down. Grabbing your lighter weights for the skull crushers. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Those skull crushers really sneak up on you for the triceps. Usually the first 5 reps are okay, and then it's the last 3 that tend to hurt. Gonna keep our rest time nice and short on this one. And lay back down. Diamond grip on the weight. And 1, 2, 3. Really focus on squeezing those lats on the way up. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. If you don't know where the lats are, it's just this muscle right back here. So we want to squeeze. And skull crushers, 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have one more set of this. Grab a sip of water if you need. Laying back down. Diamond grip. And 1. Keep your arms extended. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That is one of my favorite lat exercises. And pick up those lighter weights. Last set of skull crushers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. My triceps are on fire, and I hope yours are too. So for the next block of work, we have bent over rows and wide curls. We're going to be working our back and again our biceps on that one. So for bent over rows, I'm going to pick up 2 30-pound dumbbells and we're going to bend over. And as we pull up, we're going to really squeeze that back and then a full extension down. And then for the wide curls, rather than a regular bicep curl up this way, we're going to hold it out a little bit like this and we're going to curl that up. So for the wide curls, I have 12 pounds and for the bent over row, I have 30 pounds. So let's get into it with our bent over row. Grab those heavier weights if you have it. Bending over. And 1, squeeze all the way down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Set those down and grab your lighter weights for the wide curl. I like to stagger my stance a little bit on this one. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Set those down. Another little tip here for the bent over row. You should never have a rounded spine on this one. You want to make sure that your butt is out a little bit and your back is straight and pulling up. We don't want to feel like we're hunching over on this one. Take another 10 seconds here. All right. Set number 2. Bend over. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Set this down. Back to the 12 pounds. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Shake it out. We have one more step in this block of work. Let's pick it up. Shoulders back, bend over, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We won't be needing those anymore. I think I'm going to drop weight on this last set here because I was starting to feel the momentum creeping up. So I'm going to go down to 10 pounds here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, and 8. All right, one block of work left. You're gonna get into close grip chest press and tricep dips. So what that's gonna look like, we're gonna get back onto the ground for this one. And we are gonna hold the 2 dumbbells close to us and pushing up to the top and squeezing our chest as we push up and then back down. That's 8 reps. And for the dips, this is a body weight only movement. We're just gonna lift our bum a little bit here and dip down as far as you can. 1, 2. If you need to just rest your bottom on the ground, that's okay too. You just go down a little bit. So let's get into 3 sets of this. I'm gonna pick up 20 pounds for the close grip chest press. And we have 8 reps. Laying down with the dumbbells together. 1, squeeze at the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Set those down. And 8 tricep dips. Lift your bum. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's such a small movement, and yet it just works so efficiently. If you want to get even more out of those tricep dips and you have access to a chair, a bench, or a box, you can get even more range of motion by using that. So I highly recommend if you have access to that. We'll give it another 5 seconds here. And then getting down into set 2. 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And back to those tricep dips. I'll do this next set just sitting on my bum. And 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We as women tend to skip upper body day a little too frequently, so I'm really happy to have you guys here with me today. Upper body is very important in terms of keeping a strong back and chest for better posture. So keep at these upper body workouts. Take another 10 seconds. And we will move into our very last set of the day. Laying back down. And 10 reps, 8 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And back into the tricep dips. 8 reps. 1, squeeze at the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Shake those out. We're just going to do a quick little stretch. Just do a side to side here. And a quick tricep stretch. Feel free to do a little bit more stretching at the end of this workout. Thank you guys for joining me for this upper body workout. Next up, we have a lower body workout, which is going to be day 4. Don't forget, if you guys want to make the most out of this strength training program, be sure to be aligning it with a really solid nutrition plan. You can check the link in my bio to join one of my 3-week rounds. Thank you.